What's going on, guys? I'm your host, DanieDeeGaming. Today we're going to be talking about the afterthoughts of the whole Nintendo Switch things. Now that I've had a full day to actually thinking about what they announced and what they actually told us at the actual press event, the announcement and everything, it was pretty much lackluster. The reasons why I say that is because now we're just bringing up more questions to the Nintendo Switch. Sure, we got some good games that are going to be coming out throughout the whole year, but at the same time, now we're questioning, the specs of the device and some other things that comes up, like the online paid services. That's one thing. The battery lifespan, and also like the third-party support. I know they gave us a couple right there so far, but at the same time, are they going to be holding on to the Nintendo Lifeline, or are they just going to be kind of just there just to show presence and then that's it, and they're just going to give up, their support for Nintendo Switch? But they did come out with a couple good pros out there. The ones that actually caught my eye is definitely the region unlocking. Region unlocking is definitely one good thing that Nintendo finally has to offer, because it's been like so many generations where there's so many good games out in Japan, out in different areas that we didn't get a chance to play as us Westerners, us Americans over here. Oops, I nearly smacked my mic. One big example I can give you that from the Wii U is Fatal Frame. So Japan got a physical release, Europeans actually got a physical release, but the Americans, we got a digital copy of it, and I heard it got censored, but I'm not 100% on it because I haven't gotten it myself yet, but that was one game I'm definitely a big fan of. So one thing for Legend of Zelda, it is going to be it's going to be an actual launch title with the system, which is going to be definitely a big seller for it, but that's about it. Legend of Zelda is an amazing game, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's just, that is your biggest hit. For March 3rd, basically, we are going to be getting the Switch, we're going to be getting Zelda Breath of the Wild. There's some other smaller games that come along with it. 321 Switch, I think the little Wii Sports kind of thing, that it doesn't come along with it, but they're asking for like $50 for it. It's kind of much for a bunch of mini games and other stuff. They should have came out with like bigger titles out there. Speaking of titles, what the biggest thing I can actually say is that we are definitely missing launch titles. Launch titles is definitely a big thing for Nintendo Switch, and if they can hit the ground running, they should have. That Mario Odyssey game, I loved it. I love the concept of it, and I've always loved Mario games, and that should have been a launch title in the beginning. I feel that way. As far as like the other games is concerned, everything else is going to be coming out later on this year. Splatoon 2 is going to be coming out during the summer. Mario Kart in April, so the month right after the Nintendo Switch launches. And as far as that, we're still trying to get more details from Nintendo, and they're kind of just like slowly feeding us, the information. Everything else is just more questions come up to mind. Again, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to bash on anything. I want Nintendo to succeed because, they've been there from the beginning, and I've been there from the beginning. I can actually say that. God, it makes me feel old just thinking about that. But I want them to succeed, because these guys are bringing up a revolutionary way of actually playing your consoles from home and on the go. That is one thing that they could just offer us. So, playing your console games on the go, it's always great. Handhelds have always tried to give us a console experience on the go, but this is the first one where we actually can go with this thing. With the battery lifespan, they said about 2.5 to 6.5 hours. It's a little sketchy because, that's a big range, but at the same time, it's understandable, because if you're playing, Breath of the Wild, you're not going to be getting 6 hours full of that stuff, because your GPU, your RAM, it's doing a lot of stuff for you to play this game, and especially on the go, and especially powering on your Joy-Con controllers and all the other stuff. Gotta love it for what it is. Actually, maybe later on they might do like a Switch 0.5 where it comes with like an 8 to 6 to 10 hour battery lifespan, but who knows. I'm sure later on there's going to be batteries that are third party that you can be able to install yourself and all that other fun stuff. But as far as that, the online services, I'm a little sketchy on this because now there's more of a price point that we got to think about. We're paying $60 already for PSN. We're paying $60 for Xbox Live. And now the speculations behind the online paid subscription. Sure, we are going to be getting the subscription for free for a couple months until the fall of 2017. But then we don't know what it comes with, what we get, what rewards we get, what loyalty programs we get with it. All we know is that we get a couple games. I think it's like 1 or 2 games that you get for that month, and then you can be able to play that game online if it's like one of those co-op online, like couch co-op kind of games. Right there, you can play that game online, which is a great thing. So let's say you want to play, I don't know, Duck Hunt, something like that. And then, you can play multiplayer with that game online. Speaking of which, Duck Hunt on this thing would be super cool. I think it'd be really awesome. But then again, I'm digressing. Another thing for me is that the accessories are kind of expensive, to be honest. A new set of controllers, Joy-Con controllers left and right, will cost you about $79.99. That's pretty damn expensive if you want to get another set of controllers. Sure, you can be able to use your other Joy-Cons, the ones that comes with it, right here on the picture, right here, right there. So you guys can be able to use it, just like a regular controller like this. But at the same time, I've kind of got big hands, so my hands are going to be cramped playing that thing. I even had a problem just holding a Wiimote by itself, and I had to get me a Pro Controller. And speaking of which, the Pro Controller is amazing. That battery life on it, I don't know what the hell it is, but I don't have to charge it for like 3 months. It's amazing. So definitely picking up one of those. But then again, it's $69.99, which is ridiculously expensive. Especially with, gamers, college gamers like myself are kind of broke. So kind of have to either choose between food or gaming. It's usually kind of like in a middle path. I don't know. But as far as that, we would want to get more titles. They still have like a month to give us more titles for the launch. That's speculations, like the whole details on the device itself, whether it could be upgradable, memory. Also, if you could be able to do something, I don't know. There's just a lot more details that we have to find out, and hopefully Nintendo will be able to give us those details in the long run. But as far as that, the pros, the price point, I'm actually okay with. It wasn't the $249.99. It's a little unfortunate that it wasn't, but now that you're, fighting Xbox One and PS4 around that price range, but you are offering something different, something unique, something amazing that you can people play console games on the go. So I'm actually okay with the price point being $299.99. Go ahead, keep that penny, because why not? I don't know. Region unlocking, major plus. You can be able to get your games from Japan. If games from Japan come out and then you want to give it a shot, might as well. You could actually order it on Amazon, or where I usually go is Play Asia. That's where you can be able to get your imported games from there. It's kind of expensive, but at the same time, it's well worth it. You get a lot of stuff from that website. It's not a paid promotion or anything. Legend of Zelda launch title, I think is great. We finally get our hands on it, and just I can't wait. I actually pre-ordered it myself. I really wanted to get the one with the red and blue, Joy-Con controllers, but I wasn't able to. I was able to get the gray ones instead, but I'm sure later on down the road they'll make different colors for Joy-Cons and skins and all the other stuff. But as far as that's concerned, the press conference was okay. Again, more questions need to be answered in the next coming month for Nintendo to really capture the audience and really get the attention of all the gamers out there. Another thing is hopefully we get our launch titles. It's a big thing for me because, again, I want Nintendo to succeed. I want them to just flourish in what they, what they ultimately want from us. Which, just, I'm already throwing you $299.99 for, the console itself. So, you made a believer out of me. This thing is just completely revolutionary. So I'm excited for it. I'm going to be doing an unboxing for it. I'm going to be going to the midnight launch events, all the other fun stuff. So until then, guys, these are my final thoughts on the Nintendo Switch. And yeah, that's basically it. If you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up. Why not subscribe? And I'll catch you guys on the next one.